Hello students, and myself Dr. Pallavi Lavhale. I am working as Associate Professor at Ramesh Institute of Vocational and Technical Education, Greater Noida. Today I am going to discuss the topic of licorice of your Unit 2 of BP 504 Pharmacognosy 2. So licorice is basically a glycoside containing drug and it has a lot of trade worldwide, because of which it becomes a very important drug to be studied. It has many medicinal properties along with certain cosmetic properties also. So it has its trade as food as well as drug is worldwide, and that is why it is a very important drug. Now, if you look at the synonyms of licorice, it is also known as the Radix glyceriaceae or sweet licorice due to the sweet nature of this licorice. And the biological source of this drug, it is basically consisting of the peeled and the unpeeled, stolons, roots and subterranean systems of Glycyrrhiza glabra. So it can be the parts which are used are generally the stolons, the roots, as well as in some cases the stems of Glycyrrhiza glabra. So it is pronounced as Glycyrrhiza glabra, belonging to the family Leguminosae, and it is mainly found in China, Europe, India, Iraq and various other countries including United States. Now if we look at the cultivation and collection of licorice, it is generally cultivated because it is used as an edible root. Other than that, it is also used as a medicine as well as a cosmetic and flavoring agent. And it mainly requires fertile moisture retentive soil. So the plant requires a lot of water, moisture for good root production. And generally the propagation can be done by both seeds as well as the roots. However, the seeds have to be pre-soaked for 24 hours in warm water, and then they have to be sown in spring or autumn in greenhouse. Now, basically, when we use seeds, the seedlings, for when they are generated, they are individually potted separately, and when they are large enough, they are gradually transplanted. And the best time to transplant is in spring or early summer when the growth is very in a active state. In case it is through the roots, at that time the growth takes a little longer, and here you can directly place it in the fields and then you can grow it to a particular height, and then it remains same as any tree grown by seeds. However, it takes more time for those plants which are grown through roots compared to through seeds. And harvesting generally occurs again, as I told, in the autumn of the fourth year. Again, it is the time when gradually the root will become inactive, though it will contain a large amount of the glycosides, which is the main constituent in this licorice. The soil is carefully removed first from the space between the rows to a depth of 2 to 3 feet, and after that the roots and the rhizomes are exposed, and then they are the whole body of those roots is removed. They are washed properly, trimmed, sorted, and if required they are peeled, or the skin is scraped off, so they can be cut into small pieces either in the form of peeled or unpeeled roots. Some of the roots are kept for further propagation purpose. Now, if we look at the morphological characteristics of licorice root, it generally has long, straight and nearly cylindrical unpeeled pieces. As you can see in this picture, you can see that it is completely cylindrical in nature, long and straight with not lot of branchings which are present, and the thickness varies from 1/4 inch to 1 inch. So it can be thin, it can be thick, as we discussed that it can be a stolon also, it can be a rhizome also, it can be a root also. So therefore there is a variation in the diameter. Longitudinally on the surface, as you can see, there are a lot of lines which are present, which are known as the longitudinal wrinkles. Externally the color is grayish brown to dark brown, and it is warty. It is a rough surface, that's why we call it warty. And internally it has a yellow coloration. As you can see, it has internally pale yellow coloration, that it is very tough in nature. And when we do the fracture of this root, there is a fibrous fracture as well as some powdery fracture too. The bark is rather thick, and it is also the wood is also porous in nature. As I told you, when we fracture, the powder falls due to the porous nature of the wood inside. And the taste of this is highly sweet in nature with slight acrid taste due to the presence of different saponins. The underground stem, which is often present, has a similar appearance, but then it contains a thin pith, which is you can say a characteristic feature of the stem, the presence of the thin pith inside. When peeled, if we have the peeled licorice, then the color is pale yellow, and on the surface you have slightly fibrous structures which are present, and there are no small traces of dark buds or any kind of runners which can be seen. So it resembles the unpeeled completely except the external dark colored layer which is present. And this is the picture of the plant as well as the flowers, as you can see. So it is a characteristic of any leguminosae family the plant looks like. Now if we look at the chemical constituents of licorice, it is basically a saponin glycoside containing drug. Okay, and here basically in the saponin glycoside, it is a triterpenoidal saponin containing drug. As you can see, there are 5 cycles. It is a pentacyclic structure, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it is a pentacyclic or a triterpenoidal type of saponin glycoside, and the chief constituent of this licorice root is glycyrrhizin. It is 6 to 8% of glycyrrhizin is present in the glycyrrhiza root, and this constituent, it is said to be 50 times sweeter than sucrose. So this is responsible for the sweet taste in the licorice. If it is isolated, it is a white crystalline colored powder, and if we see it chemically, it is basically a salt of calcium or potassium in a combination with glyceric acid. It is glyceric acid, and this glyceric acid on hydrolysis leads to glyceratic acid. It is glyceric acid gets hydrolyzed to glyceratic acid, and further this glyceratic acid is also known as glycerinic acid. Glyceratic acid is also known as glycerinic acid. And glycyrrhizinic acid is a triterpenoid having alpha amyrin structure which is present in this particular alkaloid. It shows especially in alkaline solutions frothing, but it has a very weak hemolytic property. Now hemolytic test we have studied already in saponins is a major characteristic feature of saponins. However, glycyrrhizin doesn't give a very good activity for that, but in alkaline solution it shows frothing just like any other saponin glycoside. The yellow color of these roots or the extracts is due to the chalcone structure which is present of the glycoside isoliquiritin. And the drug also contains other ingredients like sugar, starch, gum, protein, fat, resin, asparagine, and a trace of tannin in the outer bark of the root, giving it a dark color, and also some amount of volatile oils. So these are the main chemical constituents present in glycyrrhiza. As you can see, it is basically the glycyrrhiza is containing glycyrrhizin, which is a calcium and potassium salt of glyceric acid. Glyceric acid on hydrolysis gives glyceratic or glycerinic acid, which is a basic pentacyclic structure. The chemical test for glycyrrhiza is basically we take the extract, and if we add 80% sulfuric acid either to the section or to the extract or to the powder, we get a orange yellow color due to the transformation of flavone glycoside liquiritin to the chalcone glycoside isoliquiritin. So the dark yellow coloration which is generated due to the conversion of liquiritin to isoliquiritin is a main test on addition of 80% sulfuric acid. Now, if we look at the uses of glycyrrhiza, it is basically a sweetening agent. However, its role in respiratory problems has been well studied, and it has been seen that it is used to treat bronchial problems as well, like bronchitis, cold, flu, cough, etc. It reduces the irritation caused in the throat. It also has an expectorant effect as well as a demulcent effect on the lungs as well as the respiratory tract. It relieves from stress, especially in patients patients having tuberculosis, it acts as a potent healer, and it has been compared to that of hydrocortisone, which is a steroidal drug. It reduces the bronchoconstrictions and other problems associated with tuberculosis. Same effect has been seen with licorice or glycyrrhiza. Glycyrrhiza is also effective in reducing fevers and has effects similar to aspirin, and the role may also be due to the antibacterial effect of this glycyrrhiza. It has been used to treat chronic inflammation such as arthritis, as well as rheumatic diseases, chronic skin infections, and autoimmune diseases. Now, all these diseases do not have a proper medicine in the allopathic system. However, if the herbal therapy is given, the patient can have relief with a very few side effects. However, there are certain conditions where the drug should be used in moderation. For example, patients, pregnant women, then people having high blood pressure, kidney diseases, or those taking digoxin based medication. Why? Because prolonged usage raises the blood pressure, as well as it also cause water retention, which may lead to again increase in the blood pressure. This drug is also used externally, as I already said, in cosmetics, as well as in skin problems like herpes, asthma, or shingles. So these are the basic uses. These are only a few which I have discussed. There are many more, and more lot of research is going on in the on this drug licorice. In market, there are number of products which are available for mainly the cough, cold, in cough syrups, etc., like Herbolex, Coughlette, Regulin, which is a Himalayan drug, then Jeevani Malt, which is Chirayu Pharma's product, Iladivati, Madhu Mehari from Baidyanath, and many more. One of the main drugs which is being used in Corona era is Yashti Madhu Vati, that is also a vati produced from licorice. So this drug is very helpful in various illnesses related to the lungs, as well as general debility of patients. So thank you very much. In this lecture, we have studied basically the biosources of licorice, the synonyms of licorice, the geographical source, its morphological characters, its chemical constituents, as well as the commercial applications and therapeutic uses of licorice. Thank you very much.